Hi all, Todd here, and it is the 4th of July. Yeah, I get my neighbors next door with all their friends in the pool over there. We're actually in the process of moving. You can see it's empty over here, the pool, our old pool. So, and our Westie is going nuts in the sun. Yeah, it's like about 101 degrees out here. It's awful. But yeah, I've been slowly taking things off the walls here over the weeks. So, and here's some of our patio furniture. We're gonna get that packed away soon. And you can see we got a pack rat, which is like a pod. This is actually our second one. I'll show you the inside. And so I gotta clean up the coolers here. We're gonna have that so when we move, we have stuff in the coolers because we won't have the refrigerator hooked up. I think we're getting a new refrigerator. I think we are. It's been using my dolly. I'll walk over here. So that's Juliet. Jules. Hey. Yeah, I don't know what she's doing. Neighbors having fun in their pool. And slowly but surely, I usually, around 4th of July, I usually have a cookout. Of course, that's not going on. So we're slowly been throwing things away. It's amazing how much junk you find that just sit there for years. We've had the city pick up a huge amount. Yeah, make sure you call your city if you're moving. They can take all that garbage away. Just get up the curbside. So yeah, we had tons of stuff. So, but yeah, usually some of the old crates here for the dogs. And but there's my smoker. And I love smoking Boston butt, stuff like that on the grill. We'll have, well, it's a smoker. I have my grill up here. So there is a difference between smoking stuff and barbecue, which I usually do right here. You know, it's like long hours and hours of cooking barbecue. So it's a way of cooking. And then grilling, like, you know, a steak or a chicken, hot dogs, hamburgers is on the grill up there. So yeah, one's a grill, one's barbecue. Don't say barbecue if you're cooking on a grill. Don't, yeah. You're not barbecuing. This is the shed. There's my electric lawnmower is the only thing left in here. So this is all emptied out, pretty much empty. So all that is actually, most all that was put in the very first container. So stuff out here that we're still doing. Let me show you over here. This is my workshop. It's had issues over the years. And here's the workshop. Let me turn the light on. I've got to pack up all the Star Wars helmets up here. And all our bikes. And I've got an electric bike. My JC right here, which I love. And yeah, some of the stuff I just, you know, see, it's all just falling apart. Got a dehumidifier in here. But it's pretty much empty. You should have seen it before. We're close to getting done in here, believe it or not. So, yeah. This place, yeah, this, unfortunately, this house will be the last family to ever live in it. So, I'm sad to see it torn down, but at the same time, we lived here for 30 years. So, you can imagine the amount of stuff that we had accumulated over 30 years. And we're still going through stuff. Again, just either selling it, Goodwill, or literally just junk. So yeah, this has been the backyard. The dogs have loved it. I will eventually show you Juliet right there. She sees a squirrel. So I need to get my dogs more on videos, right, Jules? She's our little Westie. She's had her haircut. It's been so hot. So yeah, I need to get them more on videos. So it's the old backyard. This will all be gone. They're going to put a $2 million house on our Brady Bunch lot. My friend Adam the Woo came to the house, and that's one thing he knows about our house. He would say, "You live in the Brady Bunch house." I said, "Yep, we sure do." But let me go in the front. I'll show you the inside of the pod thing. So literally, I filled these up really quick with so much garbage. Yeah, just so much junk. Got to take our bird bath with us. We got a couple of bird baths we're going to bring to a new house. But here is pack rat. This is their phone number. We're not endorsed by them or anything. They've been doing a great job. They picked up the first one, and they have a place where they bring them to for storage. So they'll store it there. We'll call them at that number. So here is the inside. We're almost halfway there with this one. Been putting a bunch of garden stuff here. This is shelving for the collectibles, things like that. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with it just yet, but what Connie's been doing, see the red tape, that's all kitchen stuff, so she can identify it immediately to put it in the kitchen. And yes, you guys might not know, but years ago, back in the early 2000s, I worked for Games Workshop, and these are all miniatures here and up here, and then you got so I don't know if you know Games Workshop, but this was Battlefleet Gothic, which was a great game. Ben Mordheim, believe it or not, I opened it, but I've never went into it. It's all pretty much new inside. I'm actually in the process of selling that, but I'm gonna stack it up here. What we'll do is, when I have everything here, we have these massive blankets we're gonna put over, kind of stuff it to where things don't move around. And you know, I'm just slowly stacking them up. And I got some of my costumes in here. I have a Dyson here. Actually, we have 2 Dyson vacuum cleaners. I actually fixed that one. We bought a new one that I was able to fix this one and get that going again. So we have 2 Dysons vacuum cleaners. But it goes way back here. And yeah, moving sucks. So this is the den. I've taken everything off the walls. Books are gone. All the DVDs are gone. Watching some YouTube. I'll sit down and relax sometimes, watch some YouTube. But yeah, you gotta take that painting down. Got Games Workshop. These 2 boxes are filled with Games Workshop books. Got some statues. Got Hawkeye, Deadpool from the it's X. Well, not X-Men, X Factor. Oh heck, what is the name of the X-Force from his X-Force days? Slowly packing stuff here, and my dogs. That's Dominic. This is Bonsai, and of course Juliet. And Ginger's in here somewhere. She's my other rat terrier. We, I don't know, but if you know that our rat terrier Rocky passed away, I think she went behind here. But let me show you what else we've done. And here is the kitchen. It's in just disarray right now because of moving. That's Tanner, and then Taylor's sleeping in her little crate. So they're always open. This is their area, is the kitchen. They're brother and sister, so we had to make sure we got them. Kind of show you. She's cleared out most of the cabinets. Not up here yet. She's getting there. So it was amazing. She told me she found a bunch of spices, outdated spice. She just cleaned it out. She's done a great job. That she had to throw out. So all the spices, and then I got to take all the decorations down here. Connie is a big rooster lover. We found this at one of the antique places that we go to. And I got that plate there, and there's a statue we have of a rooster. I think she may have already packed it. It's all the dog's medications. That's her. I'm gonna show you this too. Her mom was an artist, and an amazing watercolor artist. And so back in the 80s, this is one of her pieces right here. We got a bunch of her original artwork. But back in the 80s, a lot of the banks in the area purchased Elizabeth. We call her Betty, but it was an Elizabeth Allen collection, and that was Connie's mom. So a lot of the banks and different companies have her original artwork still there around Charlotte. And this is the dining room. I've already cleaned out the china. The buffet here is all cleaned out as well. And I've been packing stuff like nuts. Here's Connie. We got married. So we're slowly getting all this. The lamps and stuff like that, I'm renting a U-Haul as well. And the movers will be here to pick up all the furniture. little cotton gin has been in Connie's family for well over 100 years. So we have that. So like I said, it's a disarray right now. Go over here, go up in the living room. And here is the living room. I've been taking down the paintings. We've been putting all the boxes right here, and we'll put them here, kind of a station, point of it, a point of where we put all the boxes and we put them into the container. So that's what I just got finished doing. You can only do so much at one time, especially when it's 100 degrees outside. All my silicone masks are here. If you know, I used to do a lot of cosplay, but I collect a lot of the Immortal masks. All those are in there. Immortal mask, at CFX, and also O'Neill effects. They're all stored in here right now, and I've got the head forms already in storage, or in the container. We've got our dogs up here. This is cool right here. Gotta be careful when I pack that, but this Shakespeare bust, we actually got that back in 1978 when we went to England, and we went to Stratford-upon-Avon and bought that right there at Shakespeare's home in Stratford at the gift store. We had it shipped over back in 78, so kind of inherited after mom passed away back in 2013. So I have that, and I always cherish that piece. So, and these are cards. When Rocky had passed away, people sent in cards to us, and we all these metal dogs. And I got to pack the bust and everything. But this is the living room here, and I remember when Anna walked in, that was the one thing he said. He said it was just like the Brady Bunch home, he thought, just because of the way it's tri-level. But all of our artwork's over here, and it kind of spread out through the house. But yeah, it's been a chore doing this. But we've been like here, I had a ton of jackets. Connie and I had let me show you here. Yeah, we cleaned it out. It was 10 times worse. This thing was slammed. So I've got everything over here, out of here. Still going through this. Got the Christmas wreath, and got the Thanksgiving wreath, or fall wreath, and we got the Halloween one. Some of our coats. These are some of the coats we're keeping. And yeah, it's amazing what you find when you're moving. So I'm sure a lot of you know how it is, especially after 30 years on one spot, how much stuff you accumulate over time. But we're going to miss the house, but we are going to be the last family living in here. It's built in 1957, and it's about to hit 70 years old. So this was the office here. Been pretty much cleared out. Now I've got stuff here that will actually go in the U-Haul or in the car. So there's certain things that I will not put in a container. I have to personally take myself, like my Shoguns. So there's Beanie right there. And yeah, there's certain items that I have up here. Cleared out one of the closets. Almost done here. And that's what Connie's in the other room. She's going through a bunch of stuff. And up here, all the shelves are cleared out. So yeah, it's definitely been an epic journey. Just clean all this stuff out. Now the new home, we will eventually show you that. It is a bigger home, and I almost have an acre lot, and we do have a pool there. So we'll show you that when we get moved over there. It's been pretty stressful with this move. We're moving out of Charlotte. We're moving down to a suburb of Charlotte. It's in South Carolina, but it's still considered a suburb of Charlotte. It's Rock Hill. A lot of history in Rock Hill, South Carolina. And I'll be able to cover a lot of videos down there as well in that area. So I've done a video on Rock Hill and some Christmas events that they have, but there's amazing parks down there, a lot of historical sites we'll cover. Brattonsville's down there, great museums, York County museums down there. So we'll do that, and Carowinds is not far away, so of course we're going to still cover that. But the cool thing is there's a lot of small towns. We'll be a little bit closer to Columbia, South Carolina, which is the capital of South Carolina. We'll go back to the zoo. There's a lot of amazing places in the Columbia area that I want to cover. So that's coming soon, and I really appreciate your patience with us going through this, because I know I've been slacking on a lot of content, but I think you guys understand that's going to happen, especially on a big move like this. I will have to buy a riding lawnmower. There's two different riding lawnmowers I'm looking at. I'm looking at the John Deere, and that is about $2,100, I think, or $19.99 at Home Depot. And there's Cub Cadet, both really good riding lawnmowers. It was funny when we looked at the house. We had a riding lawnmower in the garage, because we do have a 2-car garage, which we don't have a carport or garage here. So unfortunately, I won't be able to use that 2-car garage for a while, since that's where everything in those containers will be, pretty much will be in that garage. But he had a riding lawnmower, and I said, well, was that included in the house? So our realtor, she talked to the owner, and he was like, he probably wouldn't want that. The transmission, everything's about to fall apart. So I was like, okay, cool. I'm happy you said that. So yeah, we're going to end up getting a brand new riding lawnmower. It was funny because a few years ago, Connie and I were talking about moving to South Carolina. And I'll let you look it up yourself, but there's a lot of benefits to people that are older, like us. I'll be 60 soon. Connie's a little bit older than me. But the property taxes are like half, if not more, than Charlotte. Mecklenburg County has gone nuts. The property taxes, everything, tax-wise, everything in this area has just skyrocketed. So property tax, both on it was funny because on our house that we got is just county tax. It's not city and county. Like here, it's just county tax. You're not paying city tax. Of course, South Carolina has no tax on food, which is cool. You don't have to get your car inspected. I didn't realize that until I talked to a friend of mine. We got a few friends that live in Rock Hill. So we'll be closer to a lot of friends that we know in that area. So, yeah, and just, yeah, a lot of the taxation in South Carolina is so much cheaper, especially for retired people, because Connie's going to probably retire this year, hopefully. I'm in transition myself, so, and I do want to get to the point where I can do full-time videos for you. It's not going to happen right now. I'm monetized, been monetized for a few years now, but I'm not to that point where I'm making enough to off videos to do it full-time. Because I definitely want to share a lot more with you guys, because I really appreciate the support. The support has been incredible. The channel's grown, which I'm really happy about, and your support is just fantastic. Tell your friends, family about our channel, and hopefully I'd love to see them join the Todd Venture family. That'd be great. And I just want to share more things with you. Hit Tennessee, because we love the Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge, Sevierville area. And then also I want to do more stuff maybe in Virginia, but of course North Carolina and South Carolina. There's so much to share with you guys. If you haven't been to the channel before, thank you, and I hope you will subscribe. It's free, won't cost you anything, and I like sharing stuff like this. Even if I can help you guys out, like with moving, as far as what to expect, what to do. The main thing I've done with this for moving is I isolate areas in the house to work on. So I'll do that. I'm trying to, there we go. I have a front display. So I'll say I'm going to do this room. That's my project. Or, work on closets. That's my next project. Like in the den, I said one day I'm going to just concentrate on the den. Concentrate on one thing at a time. Like I have a bunch of antlers, deer antlers, that I kind of inherited. I have some antlers from Africa that my dad got years ago, and so that's what I'm going to work on next, getting those packed for the new den over at the new house. But yeah, just what you want to do is just pace yourself. Have a rest day, and then if you need to, write out your goals for packing, and try to meet those goals the best you can. So I'm dealing with over 100 degrees of here. The weather's just crazy. That's in Europe. If you're watching from Europe, because you use the Celsius, that's about 35 to 37 degrees Celsius. Not fun, especially when you have high humidity. So what I've been doing, my nephew had come over and helped me last week, and we got a lot done. We got a lot of things in the container. And again, the first container's slam packed. That was mainly the workshop and the shed, and also underneath the house. I didn't show a picture of that, but underneath the crawl space. So we have a crawl space here. The crawl space is empty as well. Connie's been concentrating on, of course, she did all the china. The kitchen has been her project, and also the laundry room and the bathrooms. So I've been doing a lot of stuff outside, lawn equipment. This morning I got up early, mowed the grass, and it was still hot. It was already in the 80s at 9 a.m. It was already 80. It was like 80 degrees, and probably 85 to 90% humidity. It's crazy. You walk outside, you're going to break out in a sweat. So, and I'm going to do some more live stuff in the future once we get settled. And like I said, I will show you the new home as far as the layout. We'll walk around. I've got a small, you can see here's kind of a small front porch here. The new one it's like 3 times the size of this, the front porch. I love sitting out in the front porch. The other thing about the neighborhood, there's a lot of these neighborhoods, this house, like I said, was built in 57. A lot of these neighborhoods still have power lines on poles. We went back to the house last Sunday. I was just curious, and there's no power lines. They're all in ground, which is great. And the house we're going into was built in 67 or 68, around there. All the power lines are in ground. The mailbox is actually across the street from the house, so you have to walk down the driveway, go across the street, get your mail, and there's no street lights in the neighborhood. So we'll probably get some really cool starlight from the stars, really see the sky, because there's a lot of light pollution here. I'm only a couple miles away from downtown, believe it or not. I mean, it's a quiet neighborhood, but sometimes you can hear things going on down the road in South End, because there's so many activities, a lot of bars and breweries that have live music, so sometimes you'll hear it a few blocks away. No big deal. Get used to it. The one thing I'm going to miss is real early in the morning, you'll hear the trains going by, and it's a couple miles away, but you can actually hear them from here. So I don't know if they have a rail line that goes by the new home. I don't know. Have to look around. But we look forward to moving. And again, we've been in this house for 30 years. It's amazing how much stuff you accumulate over 30 years. And Connie and I we'll be married 31 years in September, and 32 years together. We got married exactly a year after we started dating, and that's September 16th of 1995 is when we got married. So yeah, 31 years married and 32 years together. That's pretty crazy. Time flies by, guys, real fast. And I moved up to Charlotte in 1975. So I've been here just over 50 years now, living here. So yeah, I will be turning 60 in October 12th. So tell me when your birthday is. Yeah, I mean, especially if you're October 12th, that'd be kind of cool. Because I say that because my neighbor, a good friend of mine, he was my best man for years. Literally, probably good 5 or 6 years that we were friends when we were kids. I didn't know when his birthday was. And then he told me, maybe about 5 years into our friendship, he told me it was October 12th as well. And wow, so I didn't realize that. I got a few friends that are October 12th. And then Connie is October 23rd. So, a couple weeks after me. And Juliet, my little Westie, she's October 12th too. We made that her birthday. So she turned 6 this year on October 12th. So we approximated that she was born around in an October. So we said, well, let's just make it my birthday. And so we can celebrate her birthday as well with mine. And she knows when it's Dad's birthday, and she knows when it's her birthday. She knows we're getting close to it. She's a funny dog. She's very smart. She is our 4th Westie that we've had. And yeah, they're all characters. We love dogs. If you didn't know anything about us, I've talked about before. So if you're new to the channel again, Connie and I fostered dogs for over 10 years. And we placed about 40 dogs. And some are foster fails. And if you don't know what that means we ended up adopting that dog to be a part of our family. So Tanner and Taylor in the kitchen, the brother and sister, for some reason we could never get them adopted. And we didn't want to have them adopted separately. So we got them for us. And we're very happy we did. They're Pomeranian Chihuahua mix, I think, something like that. But and Tanner definitely has the Pomeranian bark, so he will bark his head off sometimes. It drives me nuts. And then Ginger is a rat terrier. Dominic that you saw, he's kind of a Maltese terrier mix. And then Bonsai is a Yorkshire terrier Chihuahua mix. And of course then Juliet is a Westie, white Highland Westie. Well, yeah, white Highland Westie terrier. So yeah, but again, it's been a journey, that's for sure. Very tiring, very stressful, and I really appreciate everything that you guys have done for us, watching over us and sending great notes and messages and email. We appreciate your support, and thank you for hanging in there. A lot more coming, that's for sure. All right, guys, you take care, and we'll have more updates. See you soon. Bye-bye. Oh, I almost forgot to tell you. Happy 4th of July.